Welcome to the Nordic Islands Adventure Race Ragnarök 2019 here in Stockholm. So we have teams out there in the beautiful Scandinavian nature navigating their way through the terrain. But before we move on and see what this day has to offer, I think that we should look at a movie with some highlights from the night that has been, just to set you in the right mood. So check this out. Wow, what a night. Okay, so what is going on right now then? Well, some of the teams are moving into the underground section of the competition. They're going to be in an old iron mine for 8 kilometers. This iron mine is called Dannemora, and it's no longer active, so right now it's just a huge playground for adventure racers. And they will also be rope traversing over a huge hole at the mine, and they will be traversing for 150 meters with their mountain bikes. I don't really know how to explain that, so I think the easiest way to do it is to talk with my colleagues that are at the mine right now. So over to them.
Hello again, and we are live once more from Nordic Islands Adventure Race, and this time we are live from one of the coolest places of the race. We are in Dannemora, and there's a lot of stuff happening. So if you look just behind me over here, there's a huge tower. So the first thing teams do after the trekking section, they come up this tower and then rappel all the way down. It's pretty steep, it's pretty high up there. I was there just half an hour ago, and you have to cross the railing and then suddenly you hang in. It's crazy out there. But we start over this corner. Come here. So after the rappel, teams go up here and change from trekking to mountain biking. That means that these boxes, if you look around, these boxes that the organization brought here, they have the bikes prepared, so they need to assemble the bikes and get ready for the next section. So we can come in and ask Marika what's happening. Marika, one of the strongest athletes in the field. Marika, how it's been so far?
It's been a beautiful course. Really nice trails. We were in some pain, so it was a little slow, and we took a couple of loops around the first checkpoints.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to see what the teams are actually doing, go to niargames.com and you can open the live tracking, and then you can see exactly where they're going, what mistakes are making, and what clever decisions are making. Thank you, Marika. So they are assembling the bikes, getting ready. This is very tricky because you try to do it fast, but at the same time, if you mess up, you're going to have problem later on. So let's now continue this way to the most coolest part of the race. It's a huge mountain bike traverse over a rope, over a huge mine. So that basically means that there's a big rope across a huge hole, and then you just cross it. That's it. It's simple, but it's pretty scary. We've seen some people being very hesitant, not feeling very good about heights. So it's fun around here. So let's just look around. We have one team getting ready over here. So it seems like one of the teammates just crossed, so they need to bring the road back. So they're working on it now. So we'll wait them for them to rig up and see where they're going. So if you turn around towards me, and can you see the Red Bull arch all the way in the end? That's where they're going. It's 150 meters across a huge hole that is around 150 meters deep. It's pretty scary, but luckily we have our professionals, our friends from Klettertechnik, who are our lifesavers here and making sure that everything's safe, because of course safety is the number one priority.
We also won the reach the goal.
Yes. Okay, so the rope is almost here, and our technique's gonna rig up one of the competitors. Perfect. So as you can see, we run in a double rope to make sure they're safe, and the rope underneath that helps them to go across. It is not easy to set up a thing, so the guys from Clatter Techniques spend a lot of time here preparing all this stuff, testing it, and now it's just for the competitors to enjoy. Okay, so we are in the process of triple checking everything, just making sure that everything's okay. So one of the funny parts of this traverse is they actually traverse with the bikes. So we traverse both competitors and their bikes. So sometimes it's a man or woman crossing the whole hole, and sometimes it's just bikes strapped together that are pulled around. So now he's going on with the edge. This part is a little tricky. This is completely normal, sliding on your buttocks. Okay, life safety checks, and off he goes. It's just like a little water slide, only a little scarier. And there he goes. It's downhill for him for about halfway through, and then of course gravity kicks in and he stops. So from there he needs to pull himself up. So this is very physically demanding, and a lot of competitors have trouble with this, because remember, they went all night without stopping, all night running, they didn't sleep, and we are right now around 12 hours into the competition. Okay, so that was it from Dannemora. Thank you for watching and see you later.
Those teams who are out there, they are truly pushing the limit for what is possible. So I'm just really curious, how do you prepare yourself for this kind of race? Our expert, Mikael Mattsson, has described this for me a bit.
So even though it's adventure racing is different from traditional endurance sports, you still have to do similar training. So you still have to do your hard session to increase your endurance. You still have to do the long slow sessions, but you also have to add the expedition type training sessions, so several days. Usually you say that you have to do training sessions that are as long as the race you're planning to do. But it's true that with the experience from doing long races, you will perform better the next time. So basically the training you should do is a combination of traditional endurance for physiological variables like your endurance, and longer normal sessions and technical sessions for all the different sports that are included. So compared to a runner, for adventure racing you have to do the same type of sessions, but for kayaking and mountain biking and trekking as well. And then you have to add on the extra super long sessions as well. And also you have to train on being active during nighttime, because that's also a difference from traditional endurance sports.
Let's see how things are going in the rest of the field.
How's it going, John? Swedish Armed Forces.
Yes, going good. We had quite hard first trek. Steady pace all the way, but hurt a little bit on the legs in the end, but we're still smiling, so ready for the next challenge.
What about Estonians, your competitors? Yeah, right there.
Yeah, we haven't run with them so much this stage. We dropped them quite early, and then we have I think we have had a little bit gap all the way, and then we took some different choice. I think route choice on the last bit, so we see about that in the end, but good racing so far.
So we have silver from Ace Estonia Adventure Team. So tell me what's happening.
So now we finished trekking. We finished it with a abseil from some kind of a tower. I don't know, industrial tower. It was 70 meters. And now we're having some Red Bull and eating some Estonian food. And looking down a 150-meter hole that we have to traverse over on ropes with the bikes. And it looks super hard. The Swedish Armed Forces are struggling, and yeah, we have to send Ryan first. He's the best push-up guy, and because he's been doing judo in the history. So, but I think we can manage. It's pretty scary. There is snow left in the hole there, and yeah, it's soft landing.
So we have Lina from Team UCAP, and they are just about to do a huge traverse with the bikes. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I am. Actually, I'm looking forward to it. Two of the guys have already done it, and it looks amazing. But it's quite big and high.
And you don't have any problems with heights or anything?
Actually, I have. But I hope it will be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
There is a lot of things going on out there in the field right now. But you know, it's only morning, so anything can happen. I will come back at 12 to give you new updates. And until then, hold tight. Go into our website, niargames.com, and make sure to follow your favorite team. All the teams has a tracking device, so you can actually see exactly where they are on a map. Fantastic! And also make sure to follow us on our social media channels. It's Instagram and Facebook. Okay, take care and I will see you soon.